Hello, it's me Sarah, and today I want to discuss the film Beyond the Sea starring Kevin Spacey and Kate Bosworth. Now what made me bring up this topic was I got on the Bobby Darin Yahoo groups, and everyone on there was, again, using Kevin Spacey's film and himself as their own personal punching bag, which they like to do. They get on there and they like to, beat the crap out of Kevin and talk about how much his movie sucked, and I just think it's funny because it's like, for who knows how many years they've been sitting there behind their computers like, I want a Bobby Darin bio, I want a Bobby Darin bio, I want a Bobby Darin bio, and then one finally comes out and they just complain about everything. Literally everything. And I guess the big uproar about the film was Kevin Spacey's age, which, he'd been trying to make the Bobby Darin film for 15 years, so if the people would have made it when he wanted it to be made, he would have been the right age to play Bobby. But unfortunately, nobody wanted to make it, so you know what Kevin did? He funded the whole movie himself. But, oh yeah, that's right, he just wanted to go on this big ego trip, right? Because that's, something that you hear all the time. As this was Kevin Spacey's big movie to showcase all of his talents, which, Kevin Spacey does have a lot of talent, which I think he's already showcased in 1 million other things, because in my opinion, Kevin Spacey is the Bobby Darin of our generation, and people just need to climb off his back and leave him alone. Now, me and Kevin, we go way back. I was a Kevin Spacey fan before I was ever a Bobby Darin fan, and if Kevin Spacey hadn't been in Beyond the Sea, I wouldn't have even gone to see it. I'm sorry, but I knew nothing about this Bobby Darin. All I'd heard was a few of his songs. I didn't even know that they were sung by Bobby Darin. I knew absolutely nothing. And so I went to see this movie because Kevin was in it, and then I became a huge Darin fan. Another thing that's really funny is they, just tear this movie to shreds, and all the people, all of the younger fans out there that like Bobby were brought to Bobby Darin by the film Beyond the Sea. And so when all of the older people, get too old to do anything for Bobby or get too old to spread the Darin joy, it's all of his younger fans who are going to be the ones to pick up that legacy and spread Bobby around. So they have Kevin to thank for that, because without him, the legacy would have died, and excuse me, but yeah, it would have died with all of those older people. And I think that it's just really ungrateful to sit around and, bash Kevin's film. I mean, it wasn't the greatest movie in the world for some people. I mean, I loved it. I saw it 4 times. But I can see how some people would complain, especially people who've been fans of Bobby's for, 35, 40 years. Because there was a lot left out, but you can't put Bobby Darin's life, his entire life, into 2 hours. I mean, you could take different sections of his life and make a complete series, and you still probably wouldn't be able to cover everything. So people just need to, stop complaining about what wasn't put in the movie, because everyone's got their own opinions of how they would have liked it to be made. Now, if I could have picked out some of the points in Bobby's life that I would have really liked to have put in a movie, there'd be a lot of people that just wouldn't like it because I'd cut out stuff that they felt was important. I mean, I don't think that they were going to be satisfied with any film that was put out there for Bobby, because you can get a really versatile young actor if you want to, but nobody's Bobby Darin. Nobody is going to please you 100%. And I think the fact that Kevin did it was just absolutely perfect. It was fitting. I mean, if he was going to do all the hard work for it, like pay for it and get all the actors together and co-write for it and talk to all the people and get it all going, I think he deserved to have his talent showcased just a little bit. And you can tell that it was just a genuine labor of love for him, and I just think it's ridiculous, and I'm just going to come around and say it. It's ridiculous and it's stupid when people say that it was a big ego trip for him, because what did he gain out of that, really? It wasn't a popular movie. So what did he gain out of that? I'll tell you what he gained. He gained what he wanted to gain, which was bringing more fans to Bobby. And if anyone thinks he wanted otherwise, I'm sorry, but they're just retarded. Ungrateful. Excuse me. Did you ever think, now listen to this, Darin fans, did you ever think that maybe Kevin Spacey didn't make the film for you. Yeah. Maybe he wasn't thinking about pleasing all of the fans who have been fans for like 80 years. Maybe he was thinking about bringing some new Darin fans into the mix, ones that can actually carry out the legacy. And Dodd, Steve, and Sandra D. Now, Dodd Darin, that would be Bobby Darin's son, and Steve Blauner would be Bobby's manager, and Sandra D, of course, would be Bobby Darin's wife. They wouldn't change a frame of the film. And I know all the people in the Bobby group are saying that they were sent a tape by Dodd Darin at this, Darin Fest, which is a big Bobby Darin event that they hold in Vegas every year. And they're saying that in this tape, Dodd said that he didn't like the movie. And I don't buy that for 5 seconds. It's like, so what? He sent you a tape that said, oh, I think it's wonderful what you're doing for Bobby, and this event is just great, and I just love all of your enthusiasm. Oh, and by the way, I hated Kevin Spacey's movie, and when I was on Larry King Live and said I loved it, I lied. Yeah, somehow, I don't think Dodd Darin sent you a tape that said that. So forgive me if that sounds a little bit funny to me. But of course, I wouldn't know what the tape said, or what Dodd said for that matter, because I wasn't allowed to go to the event because I was too young. And apparently it's not okay if Bobby's younger fans go to events to celebrate him. There are those people out there who are, I'm just gonna say it, ungrateful. And then there are those people out there who don't like the movie, but they give it the respect that it deserves. And then there are people who love the movie, like me. So we have the people that respect the film, and, I am proud of those people. And then we have the people that loved the film, like myself, and, again, those people are awesome. And then we have the people who just nitpick and complain left and right, and it's like, well, if you don't like the movie, then just be quiet. You wanted a movie, there it is. Obviously it didn't meet your standard, so just don't watch it and just don't talk about it. And definitely don't make personal attacks on Kevin Spacey, because if anything, all he wanted to do was bring new Bobby Darin fans to know Bobby, because he's like the forgotten legend. And that's exactly what he accomplished, and you ought to have some respect for that, whether you like the actor or not. If you agree with me, great. If you don't, that's fantastic. That's my opinion, just like your opinion. You don't like it, I don't care. I'm sorry, but if you don't like it, then I don't care. So that's enough ranting about Beyond the Sea, which is a fantastic film. But Beyond the Sea, in my eyes, is definitely, it achieved its goal, and to me, it is such a labor of love, and it's such a masterpiece. And I think that it's amazing that at Kevin Spacey's age, he can sing and dance and direct and act all at once and pull this fantastic film together. And it's because of Kevin that there even is a Bobby Darin biography out there on film for other people to see, because nobody else wanted to do it. And Kevin Spacey gets a lot of flack for that movie, but he did what he wanted to do, and he didn't listen to anyone else, and I greatly respect him for that, because he achieved his goal, for sure. So, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.